I'm Rebecca Taylor and I'm here to do a very different makeup look, which is a traditional Indian makeup look. So we're going to go with some shades that go really beautiful with traditional wear. So I'm going to start with some eyeshadows and then we'll work our way around. I've already got my foundation on just to save some time. So I'm going to use some olive greens and very deep shades of brown. So let's just begin with the basics. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and with a very basic nude tone, start right from the corners and work my way into the eyelid. So I've just done the basic foundation and primer just to get straight into the eyeshadow. I haven't done anything to my eyes prior to this other than just my eyebrows and the lashes. So what we're doing here is just trying to brighten up this look. Just give it that very bright. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a very light lime green. And it just really softens the entire look. Just make sure that when you're going with very neutral shades that you sort of blend in really well, because what that does is it diffuses the color evenly. And when you just tap in the color, the shades sort of remain. And we're not trying to get any bright divisions between the colors. We're trying to sort of blend in. So really nice blending right from the beginning. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some bronzes. So I take a more precision brush tip, and what I do is I'd go in with a nice shade of bronze, and I'd go in from the very corner and what that does is it gives it a very subtle edge to it. So this is the shade of bronze that I'm going in. Like I said earlier, these colors are very pigmented, and they've also got a very natural shimmery tone to it, which is what I absolutely love. Just pull the side of your eyelids a bit taut so you can get the right angle to blend in. And that's all I'm doing. Now I'd like to go in with a deeper brown, which is this. And in that corner again, I'd like to take that shade a notch up. And what this does is it creates a nice transition between the green and the brown. And just below that, I'd like to go in with a very olive shade, like a deep olive green, and that's the shade that would sort of be the transition shade between the brown, the bronze and the green. So just blend in these colors. Remember, we're going for a traditional look. It is a bit dramatic, but very much on the lines of traditional. So you're trying to create something that is subtle. And at the same time, quite vibrant and making a statement. So with this look, I'd like to go in with a very sort of charcoal color. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to give that crease some definition. And what that does is it really, so into the charcoal, and that really gives the crease a nice definition. Now what I'd like to do is, before I go back in with the greens, I'd like to take some shimmer powder and just set exactly. So this is some shimmer powder, and what I'd like to do with the shimmer powder is I'd like to take another brush, and what we're going to do is just on the top of the eyelid. Now you don't blend this colour in, you just make it stay right in the middle so it's got that sense of pop, and then you can work the other colours right around it. So that's what we're hoping to achieve here. Now that we've managed to achieve those transition colours, I'd like to go in again with that bronze powder that we initially used. I'll go in with a smaller brush this time and just set that right in the middle there. With powders, you sort of don't blend in, you sort of tap in, because it sets better. Because when you rub a powder right into the creases of your skin, it sort of dilutes the look that you're after, and we're not trying to do that. So then I'd like to go in with a very light gold and just brighten that bit right at the edge here. A very light gold, more like a creamy gold. We are trying to get a very nice warm olivey brown traditional look. and that's what we're trying to achieve. So once you go in there, I think all I need to do now is just go in with a little bit of blush. I'm using my Urban Decay palette and just highlighting my cheekbones, and then finally we can go in with the eyeliner once I've managed to get this in. So this isn't really any kind of expert opinion, but just the way I do my traditional makeup. Now what I'd like to do is, traditional makeup likes to go quite strong with the eyeliner. So I'm going to start at the very tip. And then just to get that winged edge. And then of course I'm going to do my waterline. It's more just below my waterline as opposed to my actual waterline. It's just to bring in those transition shades. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in some lipstick, which is quite a deep shade. And what this does is I mix two shades of lipstick. Go in with an orange and a burgundy, and what that does is it leaves, and then what you can do is just to give it traditional overall look. You can just keep going in with just correcting my brows a bit. So you can get that precision line. And I'm just gonna finish the rest of my hair and the rest of my look, and come right back to show you exactly the kind of look that I was hoping to achieve. So what I have here today is a very traditional Indian bridal look that can be worn on any kind of occasion, an engagement, a wedding, whatever the occasion may be. I'm going to complete the look showing you a bit of the tips that I have. So once you've got majority of your look, and what we're trying to do is now sort of focus on closing the look in, and so what I've done is I've taken a very light shimmery creamy white, and I'm just going to go in right above the brow line. And what that does is that sort of gives it a very clean cut look. And then I'm going to go into the charcoal. It's more like a bronze sort of black. It's got a hint of brown in it, and that's what I like about completing this look, is to give it that very defined cut crease. And what that really does is that it sort of closes in the look that I'm after. So if I just come in closer, you will be able to see how I'm getting that definition for the corners of my eye. And just to soften that eyeliner, I'd like to go in with my angle brush right into the corners and just sort of under my eye as well, soften that look. And now what I'd like to do is sort of clean up the areas where I haven't sort of cleaned up. So I'm just going to take a bit of foundation and just clean up the areas that don't necessarily have the sharpness that I'm looking for. And what this does is it sort of gets rid of that extra spill. And then what you can do is with makeup sponge, just sort of soften that creasing. So just to sort of get rid of that extra spill. And then what I'd like to do is just go in with a fluffy brush and just some shimmer into these corners. So anything that is sharp can just sort of be blended in. So I'm just going to come a bit closer to the camera so you can see how this look turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and press the notification bell, and stay tuned for some more videos. Thank you.